I think, have honored our commitment to protect the basic safety net in this budget. It also supports affordable housing, $130 million over the biennium budget, and we fully fund our pension obligations. What does this budget mean to Waterbury? And this is the tough part, and I'm sure a reason that lots of people have come. The median income in Waterbury is $42,719. The additional income tax for that family would represent $477 per year, $917 per week, $1.31 per day. Additional sales tax, if this budget was adopted, would represent approximately $37 in expenditure per year for that family, 71 cents per week or 10 cents per day. What this budget also includes, however, is an earned income tax credit. And based on the median income, for a family with 2 children, they would receive $167. A family with 3 children would receive $356 and an earned income tax credit, offsetting some of the additional obligations I just described. What would Waterbury have lost if we had not filled the ECS, the Educational Cost Sharing Grant? You would have lost $32,400,000 over a 2-year period of time. That would have represented in your tax bill a $3 million increase per year. We closed that gap. We're not kicking the can down the road. What we know business is looking for is stability and certainty in the economic climate. This budget establishes our means, and we intend to live within them on a long-term basis. The longer we wait to deal with this deficit, the more uncertainty is generated. Failure to address past deficits in a meaningful way has actually led to downgrades in Connecticut's bond rating, where we are near the bottom when it comes to bond rating of the 50 states. And prior to 1975, I would point out, we had the highest bond rating available. And now we're at the bottom quartile of states when it comes to bond rating, meaning that our borrowings cost us more money. What was the alternative? Certainly it was not a Connecticut that we would recognize. And with that, I'd like to take the first question.
Thank you. Governor, thank you for presenting your case to us. And thank you even more for allowing us to present our case to you. I'm retired. I have a fixed income. The amount of money I can spend and what I can buy is declining because of the price of gas and food. It's been increasing, so I have less by being on a fixed income. The state of Connecticut is now asking me to sacrifice what looks like just a few $100s a year, a lot to me, a little to some people. So I understand my sacrifices. I'm going to be able to buy less than I can buy this year. The state budget, from what I saw, was $9,300,000,000 this year. The proposed budget for the next year, $9,700,000,000. Now, without talking about sources of revenue, because I have a small pension and Social Security, without talking about getting taxes directly from Connecticut people or from the federal government, which is really coming out of the taxpayers of Connecticut's pocket, can you explain to me in nice simple terms how the state of Connecticut is sharing the sacrifice when they're spending $400 million more next year?
Well, I will answer that, but you've actually asked me to answer it outside of the parameters in which I can answer it. The vast majority of that $400 million, the vast majority, is in fact federal dollars that support Medicaid. Now, I do not want to be presumptive about what benefits you or any member of your family draws, but many Connecticut residents rely on Medicaid. What we've seen in this state is a sustained 9% unemployment rate. Many people unemployed have been unemployed for more than a year, meaning that they're now joining the Medicaid ranks. That's what's ballooning portions of this budget. I am going to access every federal dollar I can to offset your expenditures. So I can't answer it the way you wanted me to answer it, but that's what that money is. Thank you.
So,
Now that's what the money is.